Hello, everybody from YouTube. This is your host, Tommy Cunningham, coming to you live from the Forest Ridge Apartments. Today, what we are planning to talk about, today I want to bring up some information about the Ark Encounter. So, like, what I have not talked about, like what do we need to say? Okay, the ARC hours are Monday to Saturday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunday, it's 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. And they are, come be part of the ARC Encounter team. Let me tell you what kind of jobs they're housing. They are working on the Ark, a zipline tour guide, so click on things to do. Here's some events. Here's some exhibits. The exhibits are state of the art and living quarters. So living quarters, the living quarters, let me read you some about it, alright? The Ark Encounter is the largest timber frame structure in the world, built in the part of skilled Amish craftsmen staining dead timber. Noah's Ark, most people realize, at 510 feet long and 51 feet high and 81 feet wide, compared to the modern measurements, the numbers alone do not experience the additional in the biblical support. Why the Bible is true. Be transparent back in time to meet Noah and his 7 other family members who lived aboard the ark and cared about the animals during the flood. See what their living quarters may have looked like and what they could have brought on board, even what kind of clothes. Living quarters, find out what Noah and his family lived on the ark, from cooking food, from sleep, recreation, and even guarding. Animals on board. Many of the animals lived during Noah's lifetime. Didn't look much like the animals we see today. Prepare to be expressed by challenge by a host of interesting lifelike scarp animals among with exotic live animals from around the world. The Artist Ridge Zoo Plus, you'll learn about Noah's could have cared for all the animals, on how the ark is big enough to fit all of them. Rainbow cement. The rainbow carvement. Experience, it features an artist's experience of the concrete God made never again to flood the whole world, the pre-flood world. What is like in Noah's time, discover the surprise technology of early man. See for yourself, like God sent the flood. The hundreds of legends from around the world all created a worldwide flood. Did these legends actually historical event? What happens to Noah, the animals in the earth after the flood? Find out the answers to these questions more at the Ark Encounter. Biblical Noah, World Flood Myths. We're going to do that one first. What did the flood myths begin? The oldest known recording of the global flood is the babbling epic of Gilgamesh from the 18th century BC. Remember that the deadly ode the being dated older than Moses' writing only confirmed that the table was written earlier, not than the original or correct. Why this is similar? Noah determined to stay together until God confessed to the language Babel and they scattered. As the various groups spread around the globe, the flood was shattered until it began the district and internal human. The Bidential Flood Myth. The Epic of Goliath, a 12-table poem. The most civilized people discern the Bible account of Noah. The style of the epic poem most off has nothing to do with the flood concerning complaints and phrases that seem the point. Clearly fiction. The Goliath boat's cube shape, which was deadly from the rough seas, only 7 days given for buildings as well gathers all the animals. Also, only 7 days of rainfall covered the earth. Infects the greatest mankind, but later by no fighting by the other. Other Noah flood myths. Although many other myths ain't as close as the match to re-record later, they are a point of universal truth. There was a worldwide flood in the ancient past. Clearly truth and answer around the great common in these districts of Noah's flood. However, as some agrees, these myths are quite invisible. Hawaii, a man named Nabu made a great cause and house on it to fill it with animals. In the story, the water came up all the earth and killed the people. Only Nabu and his family was saved. China, one of the China legends, explains the flood was caused by agreement between a crab and a bird. Fiji, his wife, and 3 sons and 3 daughters escaped a great flood and the only people alive on the earth. After the great flood, they repopulated the world. Greece. There's more than one Greek flood myth, but the ones most likely combined to Noah's flood is the Turin who's told build a chest and survived the flood. Some men on high mountains also survived. Through nonfiction, the language of Greek 6 or 9 described the matters of facts. These tales about archaic culture and freely immortalized gathering of its heroes. Such honest and attention to detail is highly unusual in ancient mythology, but appears for true history. So now what I am going to play for you, I'm going to take you guys on a little journey. Just sit back. It's like a drone footage around that beautiful ark. And then that's what Noah looked like. Here's Noah's Ark, animals in the flood, the massive structure, how the ark was built. Now I'm going to read you guys this PDF. Please join me as we go. Okay, the life-size Noah's Ark will be the largest timber-frame building in the world. It was built 510 feet, 85 inches wide, and 900.1 feet. Although, as how shall make it, the linked ark shall be 300 cubits, its width 50 cubits, and its height 30 cubits. Genesis 6-15. The history of the cubit. A cubit is based on memory, the tip of the fingers and the elbow. Throughout history, there have been different cube lengths. Why the Hebrew log cubit? We don't know the cubit length of Noah building the ark, but its large-scale construction projects ancient civilized, creolized, and used the large cubit. The Old Testament was read that Solomon used an older long cubit construction of the temple. We can amaze Noah probably used the large cubit the construction of the ark. So the ark encounter we decided use the length of the Hebrew log cubit. Taking guys on down, a cubit is divided into several segments throughout the cubit length. A handbreadth. 5 handbreadths make up a copet. A handbreadth is divided into 4 finger widths. A spring. A spring is a half of the cubit, 1 cubit half. Okay, fun cooperation widths. The width is like 2 school buses. Height, 3 giraffes. Length, 1.5 football fields. Volume, 483 semi-trucks. And the wood, the big logs from the trees was killed by beetle infection. Most of the timber come from a rebuildable forage. Round log. In the Missouri, Douglas fir came to Colorado. 64 logs, 28 to 38 divide plus 48 long. 56, 20 by die and 20 by long. 4 logs in spread races from deck 3 to the ground level. 32 divide and 52 long at grid 1 and grid 31. Douglas fir. Oregon, Washington. 20 by 20 by 32 long. 18 by 18 by 18 long. And then after that we going down. Guerrero members, Southern Yellow Pine, Georgia, Atlanta, 169 ribs was the exterior wall of the ark. 10.5 by 22 by 55 tall, 12 inches by 5 and 0 by 680 tall length, from bow to stern, wood decking and flooring. Decking 600 board feet, 76 miles of decking, bamboo flooring, 290,000 BF, and 55 inches of flooring. Ark encounter, ark exterior, Cadillac, 1 by 10, 185,000 BF and 35 miles. Ark interior, cladding. On extended walls, 94,000 BF, 18 miles. Plywood, 4 inches, 8 wide, 1,550 sheets. Safety railing, 2 by 4 miles. Rain vent capacity. Beyond ACCOYA cladding, 3/8 by 2, 17 miles. All accounted for. Each piece of wood prepared off site versus single location within the arc. While off site, each pack of beam is assigned a number so when it rides to the arc, the builders know the exact location to include a go. Who won't trouble it? The planks and beams are being cut off site. The encounter has been within 1 by 32 of an inch. Variance ensured that the arc was staying standing. The cut of the piece because the width of the center beam, 3.1 board feet over 3.1 board feet of timber would be used in the construction of the arc. A board feet is 12 inches by 12 inches by 1 inch, and board feet laid in by the timber of the arc construction to go from Williamstown, Kentucky to Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The arc ribs, 166 tall. The ribs of the arc, the Lambert called Gillians. Ribs with beams, logs was made in the structure called beat. 32 beats would be constructed as bolts onto a center platform on the top of the piers. The kneel of the arc go under the platform. The concrete platform is like seen once in the arc construction. The kneel has 12.5 feet off the ground. The parking lot. Just to show you guys. That's what the parking lot looks like. The arc encounter sits on 200 acres. September 19th.
I'm gonna go, okay?
Alright, see ya.
Hopefully I'll see you at Milestones at 3.
Alright.
Bye-bye. You need anything?
No.
Good luck, operating. Have a good day.
As a guest, you were able, under the arc, these piers stretch high as 12.5 feet above the ground level. Underside of the arc, 15% off the ground. Level 1, deck 1 of the arc. Concrete of the arc, 33,500 yards powder concrete, approximately of 6,000 yards of concrete in places side would be used in construction. Because of the massive size of the arc to be within building code regulation, the first floor must be concrete, so the arc will be built on a concrete floor. The towers, the 7-story 70 as being constructed, which the arc will archer. Each tower will extend into the arc about 14 miles. The two towers contain elevators and stairs. The large middle contains stairs and restrooms designed to hold up 120-mile wind forces and contain 50,000 gallon per water tank for extra fire protection. Site extraction, approximately 1 million cubic feet of dirt was removed to prepare the parking lot across the valley from the arc. For 4,000 vehicle spaces, approximately 500,000 cubic yards of dirt moved for the arc site. Okay, just to show you, this is what the back corner looked like. Our video today is brought to you by the Arc Encounter. So if you guys haven't looked them up, it is arcencounter.com. So it's arcencounter.com. So tickets, let's go over the tickets before I let you guys go. Tickets, general admission is $24 to $95.49 before Texas age 11 to adult. Kids game free. Arc Encounter tickets $49.95, $39.95 for senior, youth ages 11 to 17, $24.95. Children 5 to 10 are free, 4 and under are free. You guys probably don't. So the places to stay I recommend. I recommend you guys stay like in Dry Ridge, but Dry Ridge has a really not that good environment. So where I recommend you guys go is Lawrenceburg. Unique stays. Did you lock that door?
Yeah. Is that cool?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you later. And I'll leave your front door. Do you want me to lock it too?
Keep it unlocked.
Okay. Nana should be here too, and I'll see you at Milestones.
All right, see ya.
Yeah, take care of yourself. Bye.
All right.
Bye. Y'all.
So they have like family dining. Is our kitchen, the Ozark guest safety will be covered by the Ozark's kitchen to a cafeteria style restaurant with tasty hot and cold options and answer center also available. Outdoor food vendors. So listen, if you now let's talk about a good option for you guys to come by and here's the bus, okay? They drive you over to the Ark Encounter, which that's free. Well, that's fine. And I have security officers that carry my favorite walkie-talkies, which is on their own system, which I could read off their frequency for you if you want me to. Because this show is all about the Ark Encounter. So, the Ark Encounter frequency is 451.3125, and it's a DMR hybrid PRT. And they have operations 5 and operation 16. So then after that they have a tone out in a jail. And after that they have Williamstown. And then if we go on over to Owen County, dispatch has a frequency 151.205. So I want to thank everybody for watching today. I'll make another Ark Encounter video tomorrow, or starting on Saturday and Sunday. I'll be making videos for Holiday World, so please be aware for videos on those. Thank you very much for watching.